Universal currently has no chill. This past month, the theme park giant has been making constant headlines surrounding multiple announcements, alongside a few cheeky rumors regarding a certain theme park in Spain. Universal has detailed their plans to bring a permanent Halloween Horror Nights experience to Area 15 in Las Vegas, already home to the incredible Meow Wolf Omega Mart, and arguably the best themed entertainment bar out there, the Lost Spirits Distillery, alongside the aforementioned rumoured reacquisition of Port Aventura that would give Universal a foothold in the European market once again. But whilst all of this is intriguing to us, the most interesting recent announcement is that of a brand new family-friendly theme park outside of Dallas that could completely change the way we think about Universal Studios. Universal Parks and Resorts, the theme park arm of entertainment giant NBC Universal, has purchased a site on the Dallas North Tollway in the city of Frisco for a brand new kids-focused theme park and hotel spanning roughly 100 acres as part of a $10 billion Fields development. Frisco officials and Universal executives broke the news last week after what they said was months of planning and negotiations, which surprisingly flew under the radar thanks to Universal purchasing the land through a shell company. In previous years, it has been fairly obvious that Universal Parks and Resorts has been targeting specific guest demographics that Disney fails to appeal to, which has proven relatively successful. But this new venture plans to face the mouse and other competitors head-on. The project will be designed to appeal to families, with immersive experiences making it a 1 to 2 day destination, said Mark Woodbury, chairman and CEO of Universal Parks and Resorts. Thank goodness they're clarifying that this won't be a dreaded half-day park. They plan to open their gates with 4 or 5 Universal-themed interactive experiences, as well as a 300-room hotel. And if all of this seems small to you, then you're 100% correct. This project is small, roughly a quarter of the size of their theme parks in Orlando, but the scope of the project is a bit different. Instead of giant roller coasters and expansive thrilling experiences, Universal's focus within this venture is on family-friendly attractions, interactive experiences, and shows featuring beloved Universal characters more suited to the pace of a family with children than spry young adults and teenagers. It fills a perfect gap to take on the experiential spending market with competitions such as Sesame Place and the Legoland Discovery Centers by providing a more grand experience on this park's smaller scale. Perfect for those not wanting to lug their children along to Orlando and keeping things a little closer to home. So with all of this in mind, let's take a deeper look into this brand new Universal project. Now please note that this is from concept art and things can and will change between now and the park's debut, but it's fun to speculate based on what we can see to figure out what might come to this family-friendly Universal park. Keep in mind that this art features a number of large show buildings, which in a dream scenario could include impressive dark rides, but a realistic scenario will likely just contain stores, restaurants, indoor play places, and meet and greet locations. After entering through the gates that suspiciously look like the DreamWorks logo, you are greeted by a large body of water that wraps around the entire park. Atop this body of water rides a boat ride that seems to be a nice scenic way to see everything that the park has to offer. This entrance area will also include the expected number of shops and restaurants, and is flanked on both sides by a hotel allowing you to stay on site, expected to be similar to what Legoland has in Florida at the moment. Moving around the park to the right, you'll be greeted by what is the largest land themed to the Trolls film franchise. This land contains the most indoor sections of the entire park, which might suggest that if anywhere gets an actual indoor ride, this could be where it goes. It's been long rumored that a Trolls boat ride has been on and off the plans at Universal Studios Florida for years, and it would be an interesting development if this is where it ultimately made an appearance. Though I wouldn't get my hopes up too much because I can't stop the feeling that these indoor spaces will mostly be used for dance parties and meet and greets. Elsewhere in the land will be a Zampala Rock and Tug, a teacup-style ride, and plenty of oversized props to help shrink you down to the size of a troll. by the way, if you like what we do, consider becoming a patron. Travel has become increasingly more expensive alongside everything else, and we're looking at maybe having to forego any new reviews for this year that we haven't already got on our backlog. It would be really helpful if you could help provide and help us get out and review the world's most amazing theme parks. You definitely don't have to, but any help would be greatly appreciated. Moving around from trolls, you'll have the land to keep my generation happy, even though they may not be allowed in the park without a child. A Shrek land. The land will be split into two, featuring the Kingdom of Far Far Away with a walkthrough interactive maze, dragon spinner ride, balloon ride, and a family drop tower themed to the most family-friendly theme park item of them all, a guillotine. The other section will be contained within Shrek's Swamp and is likely to be a large indoor play area. Moving around again, next is the only land that at first glance looks to be not themed to a DreamWorks property, Jurassic World. However, this may be specifically themed to Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, the animated series produced by, you guessed it, DreamWorks Animation Television. Entering through the classic Jurassic gates, this area will contain the park's single roller coaster, Camp Jurassic-style rope walks, a pterodactyl spinner, and plenty of interactive elements for the family to enjoy inside the Discovery Center. The final land in the park, and the most boring looking, is themed to Madagascar. This area will contain a splash pad, which is surprisingly the only wet attraction in the park, a Zamperla Happy Swing, where you can pretend you're an exhibit in the Central Park Zoo, one of the many Zamperla rides throughout the park actually, and a playground that looks straight out of your local community park. They have also set aside room for expansion, with a whole other anchor land able to be built towards the back, and smaller attractions behind each land. This 100 acres has been planned with expansion in mind. This brand new theme park seems to be a test bed, and if it does well, I can expect smaller regional parks to pop up not just over America, but possibly around the world. Something like this would be incredibly suitable for a place like the Gold Coast in Australia. Universal in the public eye is often playing second fiddle to the Disney parks, but this is something that could set them apart and get youngins hooked on Universal brands from a much earlier age than their usual theme parks, which tend to sway towards an older demographic compared to Disney. This project is something we will be watching very closely here at ReviewTyme, not just during construction, but also afterwards to see how it impacts Universal Park's business strategy overall. And hey, we're hoping we're wrong about the park not really having many huge impressive attractions, but over to you. What are your thoughts on this completely different Universal Park, and do you reckon it would be suitable for a location near you? Let us know in the comments section below. From the home for all things theme parks, I'm Dom for ReviewTyme. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing. Also, welcome to 2023. We're back!